Hey, what's up guys? Ken here from the Retro Toy Escapades channel in Malaysia. Okay, today on the channel, I've decided to bring out the Wave 5 Evil-Lyn figure from MOTU Origins once more. That's right, I'm putting her back in the spotlight. And the reason for that is, coming on the heels of the recent interview held by Pixel Dad and Mattel, the recent global interview which took the MOTU community by surprise. Something like last week, about 7 or 8 days ago, when Pixel Dad and Mattel revealed the new wave of MOTU Origins Wave 6 figures, and also a whole bunch of other MOTU related news. Now, I do want to thank everybody involved in getting that interview out and putting it together, giving us fans just so much more to look forward to in the upcoming months. Okay, so much more teasers and so much more ways in which we can damage our wallets too. Okay, now one of the more interesting things that was mentioned during the interview, and I don't know if you guys caught it, but yeah, it definitely was put out there. It was mentioned by Mattel that they had taken note of the fan feedback in regards to how the knees on the female figures in MOTU Origins have been sculpted so far. Basically, the feedback that outlined how, distasteful the sculpting on the knees happened to be all along. And it was interesting to know that they had, in fact, listened. Okay, they have been listening, and they also mentioned that in fact they are watching the reviews. So that's great, man. Maybe they're watching my reviews too. Now, it was mentioned in the interview that as a result of this, they had made some changes to the ways in which the knees were being sculpted as of the Evil-Lyn Wave 5 figure onwards. Now, this took me by surprise because I honestly didn't notice any real changes when I initially reviewed the figure, but I decided to bring out the first Evil-Lyn figure back out again and do a comparison. Okay, that's what this video is going to be about. All right, and I still have her, actually the Wave 1 Evil-Lyn figure, I still have her sealed, mint and sealed card. I thought I was going to keep her this way, pretty much forever, but looks like this is the occasion that calls for her to be released. All right, so we're going to do that, guys. We're going to do that right here on the camera. All right, so let's get down to it. Now, I have mentioned before that when I open these packages, okay, I tend to be very, very careful. Okay, I don't approach it like some sort of a excavator plowing into the plastic, and attempting to just rip it off. No, okay, I approach it very carefully, and there's actually a slot here at the bottom where I tend to basically just work my fingers through and slowly pry the plastic open. But you know what? It looks like in this particular package, there appears to be a lot of excessive glue, which seems to be affecting both the front and back of the comic book that's included. It's basically like the comic is glued together to the plastic. Well, damn it, man, shit, can I get a refund on this? Look, still, I'm gonna get this thing open, all right? We need to get this thing reviewed. I'm just gonna have to, I'm still gonna have to just, slowly as I can, separate, this whole thing. Wow, I don't know what the hell happened here. I've opened so many of these, and the comic book is usually in its own clear place in the tray, but this one appears to have been just a victim of, just excess glue. All right, okay, let's see if we can just yank the figure out. Done. Okay. All right, it looks pretty good, I guess. If you don't really look into the details, it looks like everything's, back in place, pretty much. Yeah, let's just get that, fixed a bit, All right. Yeah, okay. Looks pretty good. We can put this back up on display. All right. So now we've got Evil-Lyn Wave 1 right next to Evil-Lyn Wave 5. Twin sisters of darkness, side by side. Okay, upon first glance, you know what, if I'm just looking at it just like this, straight on, I'm looking at it, the thing's looking at me, it looks like it's the same damn figure, just colored differently. All right, I don't see any visible changes to the knee sculpted area. If anybody felt that the knees look like excess flesh that was just hanging over the joint, it still looks the same. Well, let's just take the camera in for a close-up, okay, just to make sure that we're seeing what we're supposed to be seeing. Okay, super close-up number 1. All right, we just got this thing, the camera's pointed right at the knees of both figures. The Wave 1 Evil-Lyn being on the left, the one with the yellow skin. The right version of her is the one from Wave 5 with the fairer, sort of Caucasian looking skin. And the knees on both of them look the same to me. Okay, guys, are you guys looking at the same thing that I'm looking at? Yep, these look like the same pair of knees to me from the front. Okay, doesn't seem to be anything different about either of them. So what do you say? Maybe you want to look at it from the side instead. Geez, man, if you're telling me that there's something different here, I really can't say it, guys. You guys listen to the same interview as me, right? Okay, hey, same looking knees. Okay, here's the view of the knee area on both figures from the side. How do these look like to you? Look the same to you? Yeah, man. These look pretty much the same to me. Unless you're telling me the difference is something very subtle. So subtle that the naked eye cannot capture it. Is that what this deal is? Let me know in the comments, guys. Checking out the knee area from the back. All right, this is our third angle. All right, right from the back. You know what? Look at this thing, and I actually think that there might be something different here. Wait, let me take a closer look. Nope. You know what? There's nothing different about them at all. They're the same pair of knees, guys. Okay, both figures with the same pair of knees. Hey, what's going on here, man? Are you getting my hopes up for nothing? Okay, you know what? Maybe I'm just approaching this the wrong way, okay? Let's get her lying down, all right? Let's lay her down, okay? Bend her at the knees, all right? And let's see, okay, if there's anything different about the knee joint, all right? Has the factory been hard at work, okay? Putting out a different sculpt for the knee joint, all right? Let's see, okay? Let's see what they've been up to, all right? Yeah, okay, all right. Looks like they just processed the same pair of knees, guys, across both figures. Just put out the same pair of knees, same thighs, same legs, same hips, okay, same top, same arms, same everything, same head. The only thing different is the color, okay? The color on these two ladies are different, all right? And that's the only thing that appears to be different about them, all right? So what's shaking, guys? What's the deal? Was the statement inaccurate? I'm not really sure at this point. Okay, definitely seems to be inaccurate with the version of Evil-Lyn Wave 5 that I have in my hands presently. Maybe they were referring to a change that's happening with some of the later figures that are going to be produced in the wave. Okay, maybe there's a second batch of Evil-Lyn figures that are coming out after this that's going to be hitting the rest of the markets. Maybe that batch of figures is going to have that smoother knee joint area that they were talking about. Okay, because the ones that I have, the one here sure doesn't have it, all right? So maybe, all of us in Asia that got the Wave 5 figure first, maybe, we're losing out here because we're probably, going to be getting a better version of her later in the future. I'm not sure. But I will say that if, I'm pretty sure that, there's probably a lot of you guys out there that maybe don't really mind the knee joints so much. Maybe you guys have made your peace with it and just accepted it for what it is. In that case, hey, you know what? Great. Okay, let's just get on with the show, right? We've had Tila, we've had Shira, we've had two versions of Evil-Lyn so far that all have the same knee joint. I think by now, pretty much, okay, that's basically all we can really hope for. I mean, are there any more female figures that they're going to put out? Lieutenant Andra, Queen Melina, perhaps. Yeah. So I think this thing is pretty much a done deal. All right. One of the other things that probably I also mentioned this, I think, in my review of the She-Ra figure. All right. Hey, do go check that out. Okay. Check out all my older MOTU reviews on the channel. Okay, boost those reviews up. Okay, but I did mention in the review for She-Ra that one of the ways that they could probably approach this was to have knee armor, okay, placed at the joint there, right? So to cover up the somewhat unsightly looking joint, all right, just have armor placed there. Okay, although I do realize that that's not really authentic to the vintage look of the figure. But hey, look, when's that stopped them? Okay, we had a mustache on Man at Arms, right? The vintage figure didn't have it. Okay, and I'm pretty sure there's been some other changes too, like with the some of the facial sculpts, Triclops, maybe some of the weapons too. In fact, so yeah, that's probably one of the ways that they could have approached it. All right, maybe if they're gonna do another version later, like a deluxe version. What do you guys think? And you know what? The other thing I wanted to mention, since I got you guys over here, and I also have the Evil-Lyn from Wave 5 here as well, the other thing I wanted to mention is that I keep hearing how this version of her, the new version of her, is supposed to be based off the 2002 Evil-Lyn design, all right? The version of Evil-Lyn from the 2002 cartoon and toy line. And it's like every time I hear this statement, and in fact, I even heard it confirmed by Mattel as well during the interview that this was based off that design. And every time I hear that statement being made, right, first thing that pops into my head is like, you know what? Get the hell out of here, okay? Get the hell out of here, okay? Because it's not even the same freaking figure, all right? Now, I just want you guys to just, maybe just Google an image of the Evil-Lyn from that series, or maybe you guys have it in your possession as well right now. Just, dig it out from storage and just take a good look at it, all right? Everything about that figure is just completely different, okay? Everything from all the way up from her boots, the design of her skirt, all right? The body armor, the tiara, the freaking crystal ball. Look, everything about her is completely different, okay? Now, you might say that the color on this new Wave 5 Evil-Lyn is perhaps inspired by the 2002 version, but honestly, that's not saying much, okay? All right? Back in the day, we used to get Transformers that were based off the Michael Bay movie, and we'd get the figures then later recolored, to look like the G1 colored designs, all right? Even that was a bit of a stretch, okay? But it seems to be like a running theme in the toy industry. I would say that if you go into this expecting to get a version of her from that 2002 cartoon, you're gonna be disappointed, right? Because it's just the version of her from the vintage line, the same Origins version of her, just recolored purple, okay? And that's basically about it, all right? Now, let me know what you think about that in the comments, okay? I want to hear from you guys, definitely. Okay, guys, so that's the video. Now, do leave me a comment and let me know what you think of the new Evil-Lyn from Wave 5. Let me know what you thought of the video as well, okay? If you like seeing videos like these. I do appreciate all your comments and feedback. I do listen. I do read every one of your comments. I do try to reply each and every one of you as well. So do keep the comments and feedback coming. And the other thing I want to say is that I do appreciate the support that you guys show me on the channel. The channel keeps growing every day. All right, I keep getting more numbers in, and I do want to keep this thing going. So do help to push out the videos, share them with people who you think might enjoy it, and I'm gonna be right here, okay, bringing you more content that you guys enjoy. So thank you. I'll catch you guys again real soon.